Ruthie Mae, are you walking? Are we out on a walk?
Yes.
Who are you with?
Sister Jane.
Sister and Broby? And who else? Who's with us?
Sister.
And who's that up there?
Daisy.
Daisy dog?
Daisy dog. Daisy.
When you're a medical needs parent, it's a lonely road. It is a lot of research. It is a lot of phone calls. It is a lot of advocating. This is our daughter that we're going to advocate for until we're blue in the face. We want the best quality of life for her.
I'm Jared. This is my wife, Jamie. We're the Yates family.
Landrum is our 15-year-old daughter. We have 2 sons, Luke, who is 14, James is 12, and then we have our daughter, Ruthie Mae, who is 7.
Hi.
Say, are you feeling very good?
Yeah.
Upon bringing Ruthie home and knowing that, there were 3 major things that were going on in her body. She had spina bifida, she had hydrocephalus, and she also was not able to walk.
Ruthie was born with bilateral club feet as well.
With spina bifida, there are physical side effects, and it really limits. We talk about her feet, but just depending on where, the lesion is on her back, it limits everything from there down. And so Ruthie just had limited feeling in the lower half of her body. And so we heard about ways to improve her care and bring about more normalcy in her life. But it was a device in Europe that had just been approved in the US and nobody was using it. And the hospital had heard about it. So we mentioned, hey, we've heard about this. Have y'all done it? And we're like, we've heard about it too, but we don't have anybody that's ever used it.
And these are the leading doctors in that field. And they are saying, we know about it, but we don't have any patients who have used it yet. And for months and months and months, I pursued this device for Ruthie because I knew that it would improve her daily quality of life.
Yeah.
Ruthie requires daily medical care, and daily medical care is expensive.
The Lord's given us this child, and we want to care for her as best as possible. Like, we want everything to be on the table. If it's a way to improve her life and bring about more normalcy, then we want the opportunity to consider it.
We were paying for a lot out of pocket. This
and
device
we were still paying for surgeries that had happened a year or 2 ago.
And we may still be.
And so the
device was out of reach.
Device was out of reach, and they knew that, and they knew your insurance won't cover it because they don't know about this, and it's not widespread enough for them to cover it. So they're not going to cover it, and it's too expensive. And so therefore, as a hospital, they're like, that's why we haven't used it yet. So it's basically like it's off the table for you, and for us to be able to say, it's not. Let's talk about it, because we have a partner in Show.
Yeah, that helped us. And so it was in asking Show Hope to come, and we applied for the grant, the medical grant. It's not just Show Hope coming alongside, but it's the people who give to Show Hope, allowing them to be a part of the story of caring for children, because the care doesn't stop the day we came home from India. So Ruthie has continued things that come up that are surprises that we're learning about and being able to take in stride. But because of the grant that we have gotten from Show Hope, we're able to step into that in confidence and saying we can get her the care she needs to make sure she lives the most typical and best life for Ruthie. So Ruthie's confidence on a daily level is changed because she can go to school without anxiety, because her daily care is the best that it possibly can be. I met with our doctor team this summer, and they said, how's it going with the device? You're only one of 10 families in the United States who have this device. One of 10. And I said, well, the device is amazing. It's changed Ruthie's life. It's changed our family's life. It's given us time.
Made her more independent.
Given her independence. It will give her eventually complete independence. And they said, well, how are you able to do it? And I said, we received a grant through a group that is very near and dear to us and that helps with this exact situation. And so we don't ever shy away from explaining, how it's possible that we're able to have this. What does her life down the road look like? That can be a very overwhelming place to land. And so I'm very careful, even with my own mind, of allowing myself to, what does this look like for her? Because I obviously want her to live a very normal life. But I think, how do we point her to the Lord's provision is by making sure she knows the story of how God protected her, how God provided for her, how God led us to her, how much we love her, and how we'll always love her no matter what. This isn't a begin and end story, but this is our family story.